Hello everyone, I'm going to talk in English. My name is Zibi. I'm going to talk about the creative big idea for Dodo Pizza. Today I actually want to focus because I've already spoken about the creative that we kind of ended up with, and today in the morning you guys have seen a little preview of the advertising campaign that we have just shot. However, today I want to talk about how we came up with this idea and kind of the development stages that we had to take in order to arrive at this creative. So, situation, because this is a very well-structured presentation, so there's situation, task, approach, and result. Everything ciotko po polkam. Хорошо. A couple of months ago, we sat down kind of together and we thought to ourselves, what is Dodo Pizza in the eyes of the customer? All right? So this was sparked by a conversation I had with my friend who said, all right, what the hell is Dodo Pizza? What do you actually do? I mean, we had couple of options. So Dodo Pizza is just pizza delivery. Dodo Pizza is just tasty pizza. Dodo Pizza, it's 60 minutes for free. Dodo Pizza, it's about openness. Dodo Pizza is just about Fyodor. To be honest, no one had an idea. No one was sure. Because we never actually told anyone. We haven't. We kind of, all of us in working for the company, we kind of know. But the broad target audience, the broad people who kind of buy us every day and they just go to us and buy themselves a pizza, they don't really know. Our previous communication on the national level, we told people that we exist in 2018. We told people that we deliver with rhymes in early 2019. And we also told people that we have an application. But we never actually answered the question of what is Dodo Pizza. And that is not bad. This is kind of what we're doing is kind of how a brand should develop. So you first establish awareness, and then you try to build some kind of an emotional link with the brand. You try to establish the brand. So we're facing a task of what do we actually want to say to people. And essentially we needed a big idea. A big idea is, it's a big word, it's a big idea. To give you guys an example what a big idea is so Dove, the kind of shampoo and whatever, it's about real beauty. Mercedes, it's about being the best. And Snickers, it's about not being you when you're hungry. So this is kind of, this is an idea that a brand can develop over time that can kind of unify communications to make sure that people understand what you're about. So this is the task. This is what we kind of wanted to develop. Approach. So we took a kind of a three-stage approach. I'll just give you kind of the very brief summary of what we actually did. So we did market research, we did customer research, and then we came up with customer insight that we think that our brand should answer. So market research. I mean, we looked at all this kind of unile reklamy of Domino's and all this kind of stuff, and we realized that this is not exactly where we want to go. However, we did notice, and I'm not going to bore you with that, we did notice one trend that we think is quite important, that at the moment, food is becoming a commodity on the market. What do I mean by commodity? What is a commodity? Commodity is, so you can either buy a brand, so you buy a Mercedes, you buy a BMW, you buy, I don't know, even a Snickers or a Kit Kat. And that's like a branded good. A commodity is like when you go to a shop and you buy potatoes, or you buy sugar, or you buy flour. Like you don't really care where, as long as the product itself is of decent quality, you don't really care. So this is what we're noticing on a food market. Because if you look at the aggregators, the branding is kind of really hidden. So you essentially just buy a burger or you buy sushi or whatever, you don't care where it's coming from as long as it's like a decent product. And then on the other hand, in QSR, we are noticing kind of a trend where it's 5 for 200, 6 for 199, 150 for 270. I don't know, just like items of food, essentially calories, that you go to a shop or to McDonald's, and you're like, could I have 600 calories for 500 rubles? Because I need like energy. And so all kind of emotions are taken away from this. And of course, we do, me saying this, that doesn't mean that we don't need to be dostupnymi. We do. Dostupność to nasze wsio. But if we want to be something else, not just a brand that is a commodity, kind of another of the million in the market, we need to create an emotional link with our customers. So this is the market. We also spoke to customers. So we kind of got together in April with Zhenya, Toma, Nastya, and Oksana. And we decided, what can we do? We can call a couple of people, 40. We called roughly 40 people. Annoyed them a bit, spoke to them for 40 minutes, asked them like really weird questions such as why do you actually buy pizza? Which is, if you actually think about it, it's not a usual question that people ask you when they call you up at home. And then why did we do that? We did it to figure out who actually comes to us and what the people want from a pizzeria. Because target audience for Dodo Pizza, if you like officially, it's kind of 18 to 45, all of Russia, which is pretty fucking broad. Like it's a lot of people, and it's very hard to create some kind of creative to figure out insights and emotions that those people feel, because it's like 100 million people. So we try to figure out how we can kind of segment them based on jobs to be done, which is essentially figure out why do people buy pizza and what do people want from the pizzeria. So we created, we kind of came up with three main segments. They are very broad, but in terms of kind of a top-level brand development, they're fine. In a bit more detail. So this is no hassle. I think this lady illustrates it pretty well. So this is essentially, you come in to a pizzeria because you've been in a zoo park with your kids the whole day, everyone's tired. You come in, you quickly get a takeaway pizza, you go home. Everyone's happy. Kids have really nice food. And then, and yeah, you had a problem. I need to feed my kids quickly, but I want them to be happy as well because we've been in a zoo park. It's been a nice day. Or if you're having friends over in your house, you're watching football or playing computer games, then obviously you need to feed them. And pizza is by far the easiest way to feed a large number of people. A treat. This is also what this is what a lot of people tell us that, yeah, by the way, I can't afford to order Dodo Pizza more than once a month because Dodo Pizza is quite expensive. Or like, I can't order food delivery at all more than once a month. So for me, pizza is a treat. It's kind of like when I've been eating a salad for a whole month and I don't want to go crazy. I know that I need at least once a month, I need to like buy myself a pizza or a burger or whatever. So this is a treat. So in this situation, the expectations of people, they're a bit raised because if you can only afford something, if you can only get it for yourself once a month, then surely you want the experience to be as good as possible. You don't want the kind of, you don't want the pizza to arrive cold. So if anything goes bad, people are kind of doubly disappointed. All right, and this is spend time. These are the people that probably, these are the people that come and sit at our pizzeria because our pizzerias are great and they're a nice place to spend time in. So these are the mothers. Quite bizarrely, a lot of mothers say that they wait for the children to finish school or finish after-school activities or whatever in our pizzerias because it's actually a very nice place to kind of spend time in. So the main insight that we had, it's pizza and kind of Dodo Pizza, the products that we do, we should make people feel good. People want to feel better when they go. We're like a feel-good meal. What we have to do, we just don't have to fuck it up. Because if we do, then the raised expectations that people have, because we're not like a routine meal, then they'll be like doubly disappointed. So based on that insight, results, last part of the presentation. Based on that, we briefed a creative agency, and we came up with our big idea of kind of what we want our customers to understand about us. And this is Dodo Pizza, your moment is our moment. На русском, Dodo Pizza, ваш момент – это наш момент. Yep. What does it mean? It means that for our creative work and for our kind of branding activities, we want to make a very strong link with people enjoying themselves and the emotions that people feel when they order a pizza or they go to us and they buy from us and Dodo Pizza. We want to kind of insert through creative Dodo Pizza into those moments. It doesn't mean that in our adverts we'll say, oh yeah, by the way, we really care about you guys. Because that will get really boring really soon, and we're not a bank. We're not like an insurance company that says, all right, we're stable, please order from us. No, we'll do in a bit more clever way. We'll basically show people having a good time, and then we'll be showing how Dodo Pizza provides that good time, or is an essential part of that good time. And why will people believe us? Is because we care, essentially. Like we have cameras in our kitchen. We give people certificates if we're late. We answer to people on social networks. We have nice restaurants. We have an R&D department that kind of, goes to Italy and selects the best tomatoes and whatever. Like, we actually care, and this is why your moment is our moment. It's because this is a reused slide, but for us, pizza is a fucking big deal. So for you, pizza moment can be like, it's probably quite important, but for us, it's literally everything. And this is why we think people will kind of believe us, and they'll understand that wasz moment это наш момент. Because we do the pizza and we care. Thank you. Have a lovely week. So.